Welcome back to another video. I'm here at the Cold Lake Access Point of Kawartha Highlands Provincial Park, here for just an overnight trip. Gonna make a good Thanksgiving meal out here over the campfire and enjoy a beautiful November sunny day. Can't ask for better weather than this in November. Gonna be an awesome day. Looking forward to it. On the water now. It's pretty quiet out here. Not too many cars on the road. And I was the only car in the Access Point parking lot. So, hopefully I'll have a lake to myself. We'll find out. On the menu today we have sweet potatoes, green beans, Cornish hen, and stuffing. Got some onions, some shallots, and some garlic that I'm going to chop up while the fire burns down and make some coals. These onions are for the green beans and for the stuffing. I'm just going to do a dice. Get some water boiling for the sweet potatoes. Alright, for our Cornish hen, we're going to be cooking with our Dutch oven here today. Had this bird marinating since last night. Just got some lemon wedges and a bunch of herbs and olive oil and stuff in here. Gonna just sit this right on top of this little piece of foil here, just to keep it off the bottom so it doesn't burn. I'll leave most of the marinade in there since I don't really want the herbs burning either. We're gonna set that in the fire. Alright, we're gonna move some of these coals out to the side here. Set the Dutch oven on top of that. We've got the lid here. Now I'm going to stack some of the coals on top of the oven so that some heat radiates downwards as well. I've got some chopped sweet potatoes. We're just gonna boil those and mash those. In this other pot here, I'm gonna get some butter going and some sausage. So we're gonna get some of these shallots in here, a bunch of our onions, and a bunch of our garlic. For stuffing, I've also got some diced celery. I'm seeing some smoke come out of the Dutch oven, so just want to check on that, make sure I'm not burning anything. Oh, that's cooking a little too quick. That's okay. Let's get less heat in there. Maybe let's leave it with no coals on top for now. Alright, now for the stuffing, I'm going to add some beef stock and our stale bread. Stir that all together. We want the bread to absorb the stock, and then we want it to start getting crispy. Still going a little stronger than I hoped. Let's maybe turn her around. Pull it a little farther away from the heat. Get the top back on. See if it's tender yet. Oh yeah, those potatoes are done. Stick goes through with no resistance. Alright, mash our potatoes now. Add some butter. Load up the potatoes into this little plate here. Checking our stuffing here. I can hear it sizzling away. And we're getting some crisping action on the bottom of the pan here, which is good. Scrape all that goodness up. And let other stuff get in contact with the bottom of the pan. Our green beans are also going to start with some butter, and the rest of our onions and shallots. For our sweet potatoes, I've got this crumble mixture. It's just brown sugar, flour, butter, and pecans. I'm going to sprinkle a bunch of this on top. I'm going to put a bowl over top of it. Grab some coals from the fire. Let's start with just a few to be safe. Alright, our onions and everything have sweat out pretty good. Add the green beans and just a touch of beef stock. Lastly, into our green beans, we're going to add some cream of mushroom. It's time to assemble our plate. Got our green beans. Get all that oniony goodness. We're going to sprinkle a little bit of panko on top of the green beans. Next up, we've got our sweet potatoes. Followed by our stuffing. Some cranberries. Get a couple good globs on there. And the pièce de résistance, the Cornish hen. Give this a try. Start with our sweet potatoes. That's the sweet potato casserole. If I've ever tried one. Green beans are delicious. The stuffing is so good with that fennel sausage. And let's see how we did on this hen. that is cooked through properly. Let's get ourselves a nice chunk of the breast here with some of that crispy skin. A little cranberry. That is so good. Come on. I found just a treasure trove of these puff shrooms. These guys are pretty cool because when you poke them, they release their spores. Looks like a little puff of smoke. The idea is that as animals walk through the woods and step on them, their spores spread. Pretty awesome. It's not a real Thanksgiving without pumpkin pie. That's good. A little blueberry habanero hot sauce that my brother made. As always, the last bite goes to Norm. Hey, buddy. There you go. Good boy. One more. That's it. Back on the water now, making the short paddle back to the car. It was a lovely stay at that campsite. These campsites are really well maintained. It's a very accessible park, and you really are basically in the middle of cottage country. So it's not exactly the best feeling of remote wilderness, but in November, there's nobody around. Really can't complain. It was a lovely stay. Had good weather. It looks like there is going to be some rain rolling in this afternoon, but I should be at the car before that hits. And I've got glass calm water this morning, so I can have a real pleasant paddle back to the car. I'll load things up and get back on the road. Starting to drizzle a little bit, so looks like I might not have missed the rain after all. Can always get the heat cranking in the car. Only about half an hour, 45 minutes away.